Now, if you think the 15% NAC levy was anything to go by, don't worry, there's nothing to worry about because the NAC has been scrapped away. But instead, as a freight forwarder clearing a vehicle, you'll be paying just 15% levy. You want to find out what that is? I'll be giving you details on the program. On that note, I welcome you to Lens on Maritime, where you get the absolute best of the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is Brownson, one of your hosts. On the program today, from NAC to 15% levy, what's the way forward? And of course, Son gave us steps of how to get your product registered to make it eligible to be sold in the market. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll serve you all the details. Don't go away.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clearing documentation of you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Maritime Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Maritime Agencies Limited, we offer the best of custom services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Maritime Agencies Limited, 2nd floor of Fimo House, Plot 6 Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091-616-78740 or send us an email on maritimeagencies@gmail.com. Maritime Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
Welcome back. Now let's begin the show by giving you all the things trending in the maritime sector at this time. And of course, we'll be looking at experience times. Of course, joining me to discuss this is the editor-in-chief, Innocent Orok. Innocent, good to have you again on the program.
Thank you so much, Brownson. Good to be back again.
All right. Now, there are lots of stories trending on experience time. Of course, that sits on your TV screen right now. Big story, killer tires. Police, Imam, task force raid importers warehouse in Lagos. As Son seals importers warehouse in Lagos. I mean, stuffed tires, we've talked about it, we've spoken about it time and time again on this program, but it's good to see that Son is finally taking actions.
Well, like we promised our readers in the edition of March, we told them we will unveil some of those who are involved in these dastardly acts. And unfortunately, why the Son DG was in a stakeholders meeting with the port operators, not talking about, he was lamenting about the cause of deaths and how importers should put their acts together to manufacture in Nigeria, not knowing that the advocates, the devil advocates, were still going on with the tax. It's no longer news what substandard tires have been doing to the lives of Nigerians. And so it happened. Importers Association of Nigeria, in conjunction with the Nigerian police, through an information and intelligence, stumbled on a warehouse, a major importers of this stuff, and it was a big blow.
All right, I want to ask you first, how did these goods how did they even left the port without, without these things being discovered? Because if customs are saying they do 100% examination, how couldn't they have discovered these items before they left the port?
Well, Brownson, like we said in our March edition, it's a cabal. And if you understand what a cabal means, it is a concocted an arrangement that sometimes, like from this story, the goods leave the port and get to owner's warehouse. And along the line, they may be compromised. They are not being, most time, being examined in the port. They move straight to the owner's warehouse. And along the line, some of the security agencies that are supposed to do their job by following up and doing the examination give up. And that's why this thing is an occurrence, and you cannot take away sabotage from it and corruption from it. That's the basis for this thing to continue.
Now, all right, if you want to find out or want to know the people that are behind the importation of these stuffed tires, you got to pick experience times and find out the details. Now, still on experienced times, harder times await Nigerians as FG's new tariff regime begins in June 2022. I mean, we understand that if you drink beer, I mean, the price will skyrocket for those that pride in drinking one crate. Maybe you may have to cut it down. Beer, wine, cigarettes cost more. Used vehicles above 12 years banned. Big story indeed.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that most of the importers or agents, even the Nigerian public, don't know that as of June 1st, this new tariff will take off. It is they call it ECOWAS tariff that is within the region. And it span within 3 years, 2022 to 2025. And all the tariff nomenclature has been changed. And some of the things are affected, some of the tariff are affected, some high, some low, some remain the same. And in this case, in Nigeria, it is written that every beer you take, a liter will cost you extra 50 naira. While a stick of cigarettes will cost you extra 4 naira 50 kobo. And that is how it has been. So Nigeria, but the danger in it is that most of the importers don't know. According to the document, the new tariff take effect from June 1st.
Will also affect beer's products produced right here in Nigeria.
Yes, that is it now. That is the product produced here.
Okay.
The thing is that most of those importers may not know, and the government, through that Minister of Finance document, has given them 90 days to clear within the old rate. So from June 1st, I'm afraid we may have another outcry in the system, because the new tariff will take effect, and if you have left your goods in the port without clearing with the old tariff, you are going to clear with the new tariff as at June 1st. That's the federal government policy.
That's a problem, big problem indeed. And let's see how well how Nigerians will take this new tariff when it commences in June. There are lots of stories. This paper is fully rich with lots of stories. I mean, if you're interested in this sector, you should grab a copy, and most importantly, keep watching Lens on Maritime. Thank you so much, Innocent.
Very grateful to be back.
For coming on the program today.
And you are doing very well. Keep it up.
Thank you very much, Innocent.
More grace to your elbows.
All right. Now let's take into some other stories at this time. Is it NAC 15% levy, or is just levy? Big stories. This report tells us more. The new custom tariff. As controversy continues to trail the increase of the National Automotive Levy, NAC, from 2% to 15%, some freight forwarders seem not to be aware of the replacement of NAC to 15% levy in line with the ECOWAS guidelines. It would be recalled that a proposed protest to challenge the increase of NAC levy was suspended due to the coming holidays. But acting national president of Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, ANALCA, Kayode Farinto, explains the legality of the new levy.
Government is just trying to be smart by half. I mentioned, I told you earlier on that calling it NAC is very wrong. Legally, they know that if Nigerians should go to court, the federal government will be found wanting. So, hence they change it, because the NAC is very, very explicit. The NAC said it is 2% cost insurance rate of fully built vehicle and not on used vehicle. Now, when they saw that we have actually challenged them in that area, so they had to call it another name. Do not forget that in line with custom ECOWAS tariff, there is a proviso that says member nations can impose what is called import adjustment tax on any product. So they have been smartly moved from NAC to levy. So they are going to call it AIT now. That is import adjustment tax, and it's a levy. And whether you like it or not is at the prerogative of the Federal Executive Council, the Commander-in-Chief, in line with Financial Act 2022. So that's what they have done. What the government is trying to do is that they have done the budget of 2022, putting vehicles as 35%. But knowing fully well that we are migrating to ECOWAS CET tariff, which recommends 20% on used vehicle. So the only thing they can do is allow the 20% to stay on used vehicle, now call it NAC. If Nigerians have not challenged that NAC, they will have left it there and they will be calling it NAC. But because we are proving it to them that it's very wrong, so they are now changing it to a levy. And under that levy, it is under import adjustment tax.
Farito added that freight forwarders will engage the government for possible reduction.
Yeah, it cannot be challenged. Now what we cannot do, we have to do what is called persuasive or dialogue. We now have to make government realize that slamming another 15% levy on used vehicle will impoverish Nigeria. The purchasing power is already reduced and the economy is very bad. As I talk to you now, the Naira is dying gradually and dollar is coming up. So in line with what's happening everywhere in the whole world, post-COVID-19, every government wants to see how they can source for one Naira or the other from another angle. All we can tell government now is to be sensitive in their approach, maybe to reduce it to a 5% in the interest of Nigerians, and that may ameliorate the suffering of the masses. These are the things we have to tell government now.
All right, now Ship Owners Association has thrown more light in the controversy in the air about NIMASA and Ministry of Transportation giving waivers to foreign ships. More in this report. The president of Ship Owners Association of Nigeria has shed some light on how some foreign shipping companies deceive the government to get waiver by just presenting an application for waiver documents. Dr. Mark George Oyunwa, speaking exclusively to Lens on Maritime and Nigerian Maritime TV, explained how an application for waiver is actually misconstrued for a waiver by those who should.
But like I said, it's a democracy, and it is because the foreign ships are disobeying the laws of Nigeria that NIMASA is supposed to superintend. After petitioning NIMASA, we had to go to the National Assembly. We went to the House of Senate and we went to the House of Representatives to petition, on that matter. So we have to, and as a matter of fact, it is not a fact that NIMASA, the facts are open. The factual thing is not that NIMASA has given waivers. No waivers have been given. The Minister for Minister for Transportation, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, came to the National Assembly and told everybody that he did not issue any waivers. And even NIMASA's hierarchy have confirmed it openly that it is not the waiver, but the receipt of the payment for the waiver that is brandished as a waiver, and it is the lack of understanding of other government parastatals, who, when they see these waivers waived at them, they now give them the contracts and opportunities to work.
It would be recalled that the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, dismissed allegations that it has been granting waivers to foreign shipping companies. The SWAN president also called on the Minister of Transportation, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, and NIMASA to issue demand notice to all government parastatal, intimating them that issuance of a receipt for waiver is not the same as a waiver.
So we have an industry that is regulated, but there is a problem in the sense that someone must take the responsibility to make sure that the law is implemented. So the buck goes back to the Honorable Minister, the DG of NIMASA, and the simple solution. We as SWAN are not here to pick quarrels or pick faults about any particular thing. We are here for solution because we are the benefactors of a well-regulated maritime industry. So we suggest to them that they should come up with a marine notice. And if the minister wants to issue waivers, it is his prerogative. We don't have two ministers, we have one. He should make up his mind and say, I want to issue waivers. And of course, there are conditions precedent towards anybody issuing a waiver.
Now, it's no more news that Dr. Kayode Farinto is the acting national president of Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents after Tony Nwabunike, the president, temporarily handed over to him to run the affairs while he's out on educational leave. Now, the founder of NAGAF, National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, Dr. Boniface Anebunam, commend Tony Nwabunike for this action. The founder, National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, Dr. Boniface Anebunam, has thrown his weight behind acting president, Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, ANALCA, Dr. Kayode Farinto, urging him to use this period to reset the association while planning for elections early next year. The NAGAF founder said he has confidence that Farinto will use his wealth of experience to set a new course for ANALCA during this period. He reiterated the need for both ANALCA and NAGAF to work together to ameliorate the suffering of freight forwarders by showing leadership. He said strike is not the best option for the industry, but rather dialogue and engagement on policies by government is the best option.
Well, I think it's obvious. Farinto he has the knowledge, he has the commitments, and he also has the determination to actually look at matters that have to do with port activities and all that, especially in the area of freight forwarding and logistics. And so, if power has been transmitted to them, I think it's enough to douse the tension, now that Tony is on a study leave, so to say. We all know that ANALCA is quite strategic, just like NAGAF. These are the two big organizations, and the more this problem continue with ANALCA, definitely little or nothing that NAGAF could do, especially resolving issues in the ports. So yes, NAGAF is very peaceful and all that, and very directional. We can't do it alone, so it's quite a good development. Yeah. So I do know that the election is just very close. By now, you should start thinking of, election. At least, first of all, that will douse the tension in that organization. And I look forward that he should be able to contest. I think it can give ANALCA some little direction for them. And from all I have seen. So my advice would be focus on the election. That will bring about peace within ANALCA, and those who want to contest election can prepare. And then he will take it from there.
All right, at this point, let's take a very quick break. We'll be back with more. Don't go away.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving you from demurrage.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Come talk to us at 7A Bikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081 622 71120, 081 276 33510, or you can send us an email info@iscsltd.com or visit our website www.iscsltd.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clearing documentation off you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Maritime Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Maritime Agencies Limited, we offer the best of customs services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Maritime Agencies Limited, 2nd floor Ofimo House, Plot 6, Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091 616 78740 or send us an email on maritimeagencies@gmail.com. Maritime Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
Welcome back. Now, Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, in its bid to free Nigeria from substandard products, has taken its time step by step to explain to Nigerians the importance of registering their products, and also gave step-by-step ways of registering new products. More in this interview. Welcome back. Now, last week on the program, we talked about product registration, SunCap, and how important it is for before any product to get into the market, it must pass through, especially product registration. And if you're bringing in goods into the country, SunCap you have to get that certificate because it ensures that the consumers are safe. And the people bestowed with this responsibility is the Standard Organization of Nigeria. But today on the program, again, we'll be looking at product registration. Why is it important for your products to pass through all of this? And for some products that have beat the product registration process into the market, we'll also get to find out how SON gets to fight this kind of product out of the market. And joining me to discuss this is the head product registration engineer, Joseph C. Ubaja, joins me this time. Thank you for joining us on the program today, sir.
Thank you.
Now, let's look at product registration first before we look at some other issues surrounding it. Why is it important for every product to be registered before to get approval from Standard Organization before it hits the final consumers?
Oh, there are so many benefits that one can derive from registering the product. One, okay, let's start with the fact that it's a mandatory thing. Is mandatory by the federal government that you register your products before you put them in the Nigerian market. After you have brought them in, then there are so many benefits you derive as an importer. One of them is that if your product is registered with SON, it protects your products from being faked because you are given a unique number and our logo.
Okay.
So if your product is faked, the person faking it will not have that number that is peculiar to your own product. So it will be very easy to fish out the fakers. Then if there are other areas, because our logo is on your products, our reputation is also at stake. So if there are importers that are, or some people that are doing some dubious business trying to fake your product, the onus lies on us to fish them out wherever they are.
Okay.
We take the battle of you. Then if a model, maybe you are importing different kinds of model and a particular batch has a problem, we can isolate that batch with that unique number.
Okay.
And rather than put the whole thing on hold, we just isolate that batch with problem with that unique number and allow you to sell the other ones that are okay.
Okay. Now, we also understand that, I mean, as much as SON is doing a lot with all, the process you have mentioned, I mean, Nigerian people could, we are Nigerian, some people could claim to be very smart. Some products, whether would like it or not, beat this registration process to the market. How do you identify this kind of product?
Well, by beating registration process, you mean they are not registered?
Not registered, yes.
Yes, that's those ones. When you get, we have our database of products that are registered with us. And if your product isn't on the database, we have what we call market survey. We send people out, market intelligence, they go out, check out products that are not registered. Like I told you earlier, we have the unique logo and the number that goes with every registered product. They are supposed to display those numbers and the logo on the primary and secondary packaging of their products. Like if you look at this now,
okay,
this is an imported insecticide. You will see the SON logo and the number.
Okay.
So at a glance, you will know that this is registered,
okay,
by SON. And if we don't find this on your product, if we go for the market survey, at least we begin to suspect that it might not be registered. We now get samples of it, come and cross-check with our database, and if it's not there, we swing into action. We have ICD department, inspectorate department. They go out to fish out. Inspectorate compliance division, they go out to fish out products that are not registered.
Okay.
And we test them. If they are good, we'll ask them to register, and if they are not good, we confiscate the products, we remove them from circulation.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, finally, before I let you go, what are the process of, take us through the process of doing all of this, of
registering your product?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first process, the first thing is that you get your application, complete the application form. We have a simple application form which will give you, you will apply that you want to register your product, give us your details of your company, the address, location, physical address, not a PO box where we can locate you, give us the name of the contact person, the telephone number, and all the necessary details of your products too. Then we look at the form, we assess the form, we look at the brands you have indicated there, we look at the models, then we do a costing for the registration. We do a costing, issue you with a demand note, which you use to pay for the service charge, the token. You pay to the TSA, Treasury singular account, yes, federal government account. You pay, and we fix an inspection. I'll send my officers to your warehouse or your the address you have given us. One, to make sure that the company actually exists.
Okay.
To make sure that you are actually an importer of the product. We pick our samples from the lot you have there, pick our sample and send to our laboratory for analysis. We bring them back, send to our laboratory for analysis. And if the result is okay, if it passes all the quality parameters, we issue you with a product registration certificate.
Yes, that's what it is. Only good products would be allowed in Nigerian market. Nigerians deserve to have the very best of quality products. Special thanks to Engineer Joseph Ogbaja for your time on the program with us today.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, on this note, we'll go for a very quick break. We'll be back. Don't go away. All right, what an in-depth interview there. I mean, at this point, there's no reason not to register your product and not to get your SunCap certificate if you don't want your product to be seized in the market. Now, with that's the wrap on our program today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Now, you can also go to our YouTube channel, Nigeria Maritime TV, and of course, subscribe, drop your comments. We'll be so glad to hear from you. Now, if you have any event in the maritime sector and that you want us to be part of, do call us on 080-322-66692. My name is Brownson, on behalf of the production crew. Thank you so much for watching, and do join us again next time.